How to reignite the spark in your marriage. So many of us hear that the longer that you're married, the less intimacy and passion that you have in your relationship. And Yvette and I, we've been married for 24 years. And for many couples that we know, after 2 years, the passion starts to die down. And we truly believe, and what you're going to learn here in this video is it doesn't have to be that way. You can actually have a long-lasting marriage and still have incredible passion and intimacy.
Yes, thank you. And actually, it does not have to be that the longer you are, that the longer that you are together, the less intimacy you will have. That is absolutely wrong. And we're going to share some of the reasons why people lose passion for each other. And by the way, please do stay till the end because we have a very special gift for you with a lot of love. So how do we keep the spark in our marriage? And, a lot of times people think that we are newlyweds. We were coming back from Australia. We were flying in and we're playing around and we're kissing and we're hugging. And well, everybody else so bored at the immigration line. And the guy goes, newlyweds? And we go, 23, baby. It was 23 at the time. We are now 24 years married. And that playfulness, that excitement, there is a formula for that. And we've uncovered it in our years of chaos, fights, resistance, the enemy trying to play to separate us. We found, and God has given us that formula.
So the first thing is to know what causes that. And what usually causes lack of intimacy in a long-lasting relationship. And if that's what you seek, then wouldn't it make sense to learn from somebody that actually has a long-lasting relationship and still has love and passion in their relationship? And the two things is routine and certainty. Too many times we just get caught up in the routine. In a way, we kind of get lazy. And think about the beginning of our relationship. You were doing everything to get each other to light up at a level 10. And so when we get into a long-lasting relationship, we get into that routine and everything starts to get mundane. We have way too much certainty in our relationships. Here's a quote that completely changed the course of our relationship, which was, do what you did in the beginning, there'll never be an end. So how do we?
Good, I have to say. You didn't
Yeah.
before that
No. Yeah, we just kind of throw it out there. Sometimes, things just come, and we love teaching and helping. Our whole mission is to help to save relationships and marriages. And so what's the opposite of routine? It is uncertainty and significance, bringing uncertainty and variety, something new, something changed. So it's not the same routine, but also making sure that your partner knows that they are your number one. Sometimes we take it for granted that we go to work, we come home, there's meals, there's kids, there's all these things. And and they know that you are the most important person in their life, but do they feel it? Do you let them know that they are the most important person in your life? And sometimes we just let that go.
Yeah, and by the way, some of the worst words in the English vocabulary are, well, he should know, or well, she should know. We are wired differently. God has made our brain differently. There are different things that happen that we will teach you through all these videos. But the most important thing is to know that partnership is counterintuitive. What we think works doesn't, and it's actually counterintuitive to have a great marriage, a great relationship. So what is it? He talked about the two things that are missing in, a passionless marriage are uncertainty and significance. How do we change that? Well, we created something really cool, and it's called Adventure Dates.
Adventure dating.
We have coached thousands and thousands of couples that have come in through our events, our seminars, our Facebook community. And the number one thing that they are seeking is a little bit more fun, feeling a little bit more important, having a little more adventure. That doesn't mean like go and throw yourself from a plane. Yeah, that is cool too. But did you know most couples at year 2, oxytocin wears off. That's the hormone for making you like, ooh, baby, right? So you get all excited, but oxytocin wears off at year 2. A lot of people think we fell out of love. What if that is where love begins? And that is the truth of this adventure dating. So David, I wanted to share if you meet your partner's needs for significance at a level 20 and uncertainty at a level 20, they will never be bored with you. They will never leave you. And so we're going to give a couple examples, and the adventure date doesn't have to cost much. As a matter of fact, what we believe is the death to a relationship is the routine. So if you're going on date night and you're like there every
In the
Thursday
calendar.
at the same time and the same place and the same restaurant, the same waitress, yeah, that's cool. At least you're doing something. But that routine can chip away at your soul. We talked about if you do something that you did at the beginning, there will never be an end. So what are the adventure dates? We are different. He loves basketball. I love dancing. But I wanted to do an adventure date that would rock his soul. And so you inject mystery, excitement. So I started sending him little notes and leaving notes at the house. And I left the map open. And he's like, why is there a map of like Yosemite here? And then I texted him and I said, I hope you like to play with fire. And he's like, what? And I go, babe, can I ask you a question? When was the last time you went roller skating? And he said, I don't remember, and I am not interested. I'm like, oh, you're not? And so I'm totally playing the part, injecting excitement, mystery. Now he's thinking we're going to like a circus or a roller skating fiasco, which he is not interested in. And maybe it's going to be at Yosemite. And so I'm just injecting fun and notes and everything. How do you think he felt rocked at a level 20? Because I made him the most important thing in my life. So I take him to all the streets of LA. We used to live in California at the time. I'm driving him. He's like, where are we going? Where are we going? All of a sudden, ta-da! We are right there in LA at the Staples Center. And we got him amazing seats to go see the Lakers. So how did you feel when that
Oh my God, it was amazing. I felt so important. I felt so special. And then the surprise as we're actually driving to downtown and I see the Staples Center. I still didn't know it was actually a Lakers game because sometimes they do concerts there. But I just felt so important that she thought enough of me to take me and do something that maybe is not her jam, basketball, but it was her week to do Adventure Week. And so step number one when doing adventure dating is to pick a unique day and time. In other words, can't be the same day and time. That's routine. So what I'd say to her the following week, and you want to switch off maybe once every other week or every 2 weeks, the other partner is responsible for the adventure date. And so I would say, babe, listen, on Thursday from 7 till 11 p.m., just block out that time. I got something that we're gonna do. So we put it on the calendar, but it's a different day and time. Sometimes it's in the afternoon, sometimes it's a Saturday, sometimes it's a Thursday. So you want to keep that uncertainty. Again, staying away from the routine. And then throughout the week, I would send her little messages just to throw her off, but also to let her know that I'm thinking about her. And I'd send her a text message and I'd say, hey, babe, do you happen to know where all of our snow gear is?
I'm like, I don't like to be cold. But I know where the box is somewhere deep in the storage and I have no interest in going to find it.
Yeah, and so throwing little hints along the way. Sometimes I'll maybe make a comment just to completely throw her off. And I'll say, hey, babe, do you remember where what color was your prom dress? You know, just random things just for her to be thinking. But what does that do? It creates uncertainty in the relationship. And so that Thursday, we'd block it off and I told her, just make sure tonight you wear a beautiful dress with some nice shoes. They might want to be a little bit comfortable, but also sexy. And so she's getting ready. She doesn't know where we're going, but I'm getting ready. And I take her to one of our favorite restaurants. This is the time when we were living in LA, one of our favorite restaurants, and then took her to her favorite thing, which is going salsa dancing. I'm not a great dancer. I know she loves it. So an adventure date, I want to rock her world. So I want her to experience what she would love to do at a level 10. And the fact that I actually really do enjoy it when I do it with her because I know she enjoys it.
Yeah, and the most important thing, adventure date does not have to cost any money. There were times when we were on a super budget and he would do something so nice that he would never think of otherwise. He'd be like, okay, Sunday at 1 o'clock. What are we doing Sunday at 1 o'clock, right after church? And he would plan this whole picnic at our park. We would go and buy some sandwiches and sit there, and then he would bring out the iPad and we would look at pictures from when we went to Ecuador and we helped build an orphanage, and we're just looking at the beautiful moments and sharing what an impact that had in our lives. And so that was something that rocked my world, that perhaps he would have never wanted to do that on his own, but I felt loved at a level 20. So think, what would make my partner feel significant and overjoyed with adventure at a level 10, at a level 20? And that's how you start creating these adventure dates.
So step number one is going to be just to set a date and time and make it unique. Step number two is plant little seeds of uncertainty along the way before you go on your adventure date. And step number three, go and experience the adventure date. And so we created a program out of the routine that we found ourselves in, and we called it adventure dating. We also put a whole playbook together with 110 adventure dating ideas, some that are just so outrageous, like get on a plane and fly to Italy to drink some to have a gelato with your partner, right? Just some fun things to do, even local things that don't cost money, things that can cost a lot of money. And for us guys, sometimes I know we have a hard time maybe thinking outside the box or thinking about what can I do to really rock my lady's world. So 110 adventure dating ideas is in the playbook. The course also has several different videos that actually walk you through why adventure dating, how to do adventure dating, and step by step how to do it at a whole another level. So for those of you that might be interested in spicing up your marriage or relationship, we'll leave the adventure dating link in the comments and description.
Yes, and pretty soon we're going to be doing one on how to avoid affairs or how to overcome affairs, because that's something that we work a lot with our students, and you guys are going to be blown away at what actually causes an affair. And so this leads to that video, and I will tell you the 110 adventure dating ideas and how to do it right is very important. We couldn't go into all the details. So if you do want to get the product, go to the comments, go to the description. We will put the link there. And here's something so important. If you like the content and you want that next video that is absolutely going to blow your mind on how to avoid affairs, or if there has been one in your marriage or relationship, how to overcome it and move forward, subscribe and like, because we're going to add some massive value. We are so committed to helping get this workout, the Warriors and Queens code and the Warriors and Queens way, to our friends and family, that we are super committed to building life with you.
Thank you guys. We look forward to seeing you soon and appreciate you watching our video.